this is one of them podcasts where it's the smart person who knows what they're talking about and the dumb motherfucker who has no idea. No idea. But
At least I wasn't the one that wasted 4 years at uni.
shut
Who's the dumb one that's in debt now?
Sweet, I'm so tired of you. Sweet, I'm so tired of you treat me this way.
Welcome back to another Leave It Blank podcast. I'm joined this week with Nick, Ando, Cal, and myself.
Come on.
Obviously, we're in the same clothes as last week. How strange.
Same positions as well.
Yeah.
How strange.
Yeah, how weird. But how's everyone been since last week?
Great.
Done much?
We filmed a podcast the other week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant by last week, yeah.
So in the space of a week, I've had 2 packs of crisps and
It was... Yeah, you're on a diet, aren't you? It was received really well, that last podcast, wasn't it?
It was actually,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
yeah.
we got like 4 million views.
It popped off.
Yeah, it was
the
really
clips from
good.
them, I think I combined like billion views on all platforms.
Yeah. Mr. Beast reached out to us and we had to say no. And then
We're too big for it.
Yeah, the fellas tried to hire us to the studios
Yeah,
and we said
so
sorry.
Yeah,
we got our own.
Yeah, this studio's good enough.
Yeah, can you not tell? We spent about 40 grand on this.
Yeah, can you not
And the
tell?
rest of it, mate, it's a whole bloody
Storage.
structure. We built the whole building.
What,
Yeah.
It's just what you guys can't see back there.
Yeah. We're actually we're in an airport hangar right now. Like we bought the whole hangar.
have a
There's a private jets over
a
there.
private
Yeah.
jet with a
Yeah.
golf
We're hopping on there
simulator.
to Vegas in a little
With,
bit.
with a golf simulator on it as well.
On the jet.
On the jet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I forgot about that. So I didn't go that far back because it's like 7 planes long.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
It was just too busy sleeping in the.
Yeah, I just needed a nap. I couldn't make it back. I got 3 planes down. I was like, I can't do it. This is way too far.
That's
Yeah.
just going back just gives me like PTSD from the overnight training.
Oh,
damn.
you know what? I'm getting fed up with this. I wasn't there. I haven't got any of the experiences. I'm just
You don't
listening
want
to
it.
you.
You don't want it.
It's not an experience.
Well, it was an
It's
experience.
hell.
Nightmare.
It's his fault.
It was my fault.
Look, just because you're so upper class, yeah, you won't do a sleeper train.
No, Nick, I promise you, I slept with a dog.
I done a road trot. I nearly got off the flu.
I
Yeah,
Genuinely.
he just stepped out the train.
I genuinely, I slept with a dog. Like, a dog was in my cabin.
You can't say that about Rush.
No, whoa. Nah.
She will watch this.
No, see, there was a dog. I slept in a room with 3 Vietnamese people and a dog.
Bear in mind, it
Stank.
also said no dogs allowed.
Yeah.
The first door as you walk on the train, no
It
dogs.
was this fat chihuahua thing, and it was just staring at me because it was on the bed like below to the left of me. So every time I like opened my eyes when I was trying to sleep with the bloody sheet of a blanket, I literally opened up and it was just staring at me.
Yeah, but this was also after I ripped my leg open
Yeah.
and I was on the top bunk.
How did you rip your leg open?
That was a boat.
Ah,
big enough that boat.
we spoke about that in episode 1.
Oh, did you?
That,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look at that.
If you were there, you would know.
What's the title?
I don't watch our videos, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, because we've already titled it because it was a couple weeks back, wasn't it?
What would be the title?
What did I name it again?
It's called
Near-death experience.
Yeah,
maybe?
we'll say near-death.
I think it was like that, something like that. I don't know.
or Leave
remember.
It Bang Kepi 1.
Yeah,
Kepi 1.
probably as simple as that. To be honest.
Yeah, why? Whoa.
Episode 3.
Episode 3, what are the topics for
Right.
today?
Well, this one we have got life's most unanswered questions, and we're going to try and answer them.
It's a little special episode.
This is a special. This is a special episode. I had the things to do on there. Not that one. Oh yeah.
Oh,
No,
so
yeah.
many notes.
I think I've got 651 notes.
What?
Well, that's like no. Was you
651?
was you there
All
when
the
we were talking
tabs.
about tabs on Google like the other day on like your phone?
Yeah.
How many do you have?
300.
I had 180. And
I have
closed it.
0.
Yeah, because I deleted them all, didn't I?
No, I deleted them.
Oh.
I can't leave them open.
I
It annoys
have-
me.
I do it on my phone, like when I've got my apps open, I'll close all my apps. I won't have all
So
those
you're
open.
clean.
But
Can't
like,
leave it
not
on
on like Google. I'll just leave those tabs open.
I don't do it on like a computer.
No.
I'm like a one-tab man.
Yeah,
on
same
a
here.
computer.
Well, sometimes.
And then dual monitor.
I have 3, and it's Party Casino, Gandon, and some.
You
have
love
a
one.
problem.
No,
It's fine. You don't need a board, mate.
I know. I just want it.
He's like, I want to write.
Yeah. Well, we used those boards in the last episode. If you want to go and watch, we've done a quiz at the end. Very much worth the while. So definitely go back and watch that one.
I want to see what
No.
comes up with by the end of this video on that board.
Yeah. Okay, so as I said before, we are answering life's most unanswered questions. There's going to be a range on here. I think I've got 9. I've got 9 questions.
Yeah.
And there is some normal ones. There are some mental ones.
Mental one.
And if we can think of any more, there's one here that the second one here is something that Cal really likes.
Oh,
so it's a good subject for
It's
him.
potty count.
No.
I don't have. I'm celibate.
That's a joke in itself.
Yeah, cool. So
Shame on.
Come on, then.
this is answering life's unanswered questions. Insert jingle. Should we go with question 1?
Go on then.
Right.
Alright.
This was actually one that I was thinking of myself. So it's actually not life's most unanswered question. This is just George's most unanswered question at the moment. Right.
Right, great.
So if I could hover for a long enough period, would the Earth move under me?
No. It wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't.
No,
Because
the
the
gravity.
atmosphere is moving with the Earth. So you,
But if I was just still, dead still,
No.
would
No.
the Earth move around
No,
me?
because the thing is, the reason you're not floating constantly upwards is gravity's pulling you
No,
down.
okay, no. Hypothetically.
Yeah, this
Tied
is
yourself to a
hypothetical.
load of
It's not
helium
working.
balloons and went and like hovered.
Yeah.
No.
You'd
No,
stay
okay.
there.
No, because the balloons would move. If I could
What if you
just,
had them tied?
if
Oh,
I
no,
could
you
jump
can't.
now, if I could jump now and freeze,
you would keep moving with the Earth.
You would move with the Earth.
Because the atmosphere
I get what
is
you're saying.
the wind,
pressure.
the air, everything around us is moving alongside with the rotation
that's
of
what
the
I'm
Earth.
saying.
Yeah.
But that all goes round me.
Yeah, but if he could freeze in a spot like
Then,
freeze frame,
okay, if that's the case, then how fast would it be moving underneath you? Do you know?
very slow.
Like millimeters.
More like 250 meters a second.
No,
Yes.
because
Yes.
the Earth moves.
Yes.
But then how?
He's not
because
wrong.
then
it does spin very
No,
fast.
no,
He's
no,
not
no. I know he's not wrong because that's how
That's
the
the
Earth
rotation
goes.
is,
Yes,
yeah.
but then you're not out there now being like, oh, get out!
No,
This is going so
but what you're saying
This is what I'm-
is that if you are
Look, it's
stationary
like-
and you are frozen in place, the ground below you will move so
Move
quickly.
quick.
So you could be in Australia in like 2 seconds. So why does it take so long to fly?
Oh,
So you're saying Australia is 500 meters away?
No, 250 meters a second.
Yes.
This is not
Maths.
It wouldn't take that long to get to Australia.
Aeroplanes. What?
Oh, no, surely it would because there's 24. So it would take 12 hours.
It would take 12 hours.
Roughly.
Because it takes one rotation around a day. So you're gonna.
Okay, right. Let me change my thing.
Okay, go
If
on.
I flew up into space
Yeah.
outside of gravity and the Earth's atmosphere,
Yeah.
and stayed there,
Yeah.
right, then drop back down.
You'd
as
be
the
in
Earth
different-
moves.
So you would
Yes.
have moved because you're the same as like a
Why-
geostationary.
But
Well,
then,
Yeah,
also, but then you have to worry about all the satellites, debris, everything that's rotating with the
So
Earth in
then-
space in orbit.
yeah,
What
no,
if that
yeah,
matters?
forget about that. But
Yeah,
so
yeah, we're not
you know
talking about
when
like
you see,
all the space
you
junk
know when
and
you
shit.
see like shuttles,
Yeah.
right, go out of space and out of everything. Why in the live feed when you look back at Earth, it's not doing this?
Because the scale of Earth is so
But
big.
nothing's moving.
Yeah, but it wouldn't
No,
do that because it's only
it does
250
one
meters a
rotation
second,
in-
as he said.
It does 250 meters per second, but how big is Earth?
Quite
Earth
big.
is massive.
It is quite
It does
large. Big
one
boy.
rotation. Okay, imagine. Right, let's get a ball. Where's a ball? I need a ball.
Where's a pool?
Give me a pool ball. Give me a pool ball. This is the best way to explain it.
Throw
Right.
a pool ball.
So imagine this.
Why is it red?
Shut up.
Imagine this turning
It's Venus.
a full circle, so it goes from here all the way around to here, but it takes 24 hours.
Yeah.
How slow would that turn?
Very slow.
Exactly.
But that's
That's why
because
it's
it's small.
Scale doesn't matter.
Yes, of course it does.
No, it
because
doesn't.
if I said to
No,
you,
scale doesn't matter.
yes, it does.
Okay, no,
because
if
if
this
I
is-
said to you,
yeah,
If
if
you
a
a full rotation of that,
Have you ever
Wait,
seen
wait,
a time?
wait,
Have you ever seen a time lapse
Wait.
of the Earth from the International Space Station?
no, I'm not that bored.
Wait,
It goes-
wait, listen, because this is going to blow your mind.
No, it's
right?
not.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
of
it
course,
will.
yeah.
If I got an ant and an
Yeah.
elephant to move from this side of the room to the other,
Yeah.
what moves quicker?
They move the
Elephant.
same.
Probably
What?
the elephant.
The elephant,
Yes.
right? Because
Well,
of scale.
yeah.
I was thinking.
But-
if you gave them 24 hours to move,
What
they'd
are
both be
you,
there.
what
at the
are you
same time.
talking about?
So but then that's like you,
okay,
right?
no, listen,
Because
listen,
then
listen.
you
Right,
put
don't wanna
that,
touch it, that ball.
you put that next to the Earth,
Listen.
right?
Yeah.
That you're not going to see that move. That's going to
This-
be slower
this-
because that's bigger.
This isn't travelling 250 meters a second. If it would take fucking light second to go around in one.
we wouldn't be able to see.
Exactly.
Oh,
No, but he's
because
saying
of
if you,
scale,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then everything that's smaller is blown out of proportion, so which is bigger, i.e. a country, you would see the country moving.
Okay, can I just
It
know?
would be
because
so
it's
small.
bigger.
It would be so the movement would
No.
be so. It would take so long.
I-
You couldn't see it.
I get
You
what
would-
he's
you would-
saying. For that to do a full rotation,
Look.
give that 24 hours to do a full rotation.
It would be
how slow that's moving. Then think of the Earth doing a full rotation in 24 hours.
how slow that's moving.
How slow that's moving.
Just basically make this the size of the Earth. Nothing changes fundamentally.
Mate, break
it's
the
still
room.
going to take the same amount of time
Yeah.
to do one rotation.
Yeah.
Shut up. You
But because it's so big, you would see the difference.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, you
Oh
would.
my god! No, you
What?
wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
No, you wouldn't.
Sorry, I missed that.
If something was so big, right, you would see the difference.
You wouldn't know.
You wouldn't
Why?
because of
Why?
because it's
Why?
big. Oh my god! This
But then
is literally-
everything is bigger.
This is one of them podcasts where it's the smart person who knows what they're talking about and the dumb motherfucker who has no idea. No idea.
You know what? He just called you thick because
That
you
was
went
like
to
a
uni.
girlfriend comment.
Yeah.
But
At least I
still,
wasn't the one that wasted 4 years at uni.
shut
Who's the dumb one that's in debt now?
No, the thing is, so I get where you're
Surely
coming
you
from.
get what I'm saying.
Don't call me Shirley.
I get where you're coming from, but like you would see it moving, yes.
Yes.
But because it's moving, it is moving quickly, but the size of it
Yeah.
is so large.
But you would still notice a country moving around.
Well, no, because the country is. The thing is, the country doesn't move on its own. It's the whole Earth like rotating.
But then from the opposite side, why can you see a satellite move? Because if you look
Okay,
at videos
okay,
of
yeah,
Starlink
yeah,
going
yeah,
round,
yeah.
you can
Yeah.
see them move.
I'll tell you
they're
why.
quicker
Because,
than the Earth's
because
rotation.
they are in a certain
How?
part. They are closer to the Earth, so they move faster.
Well, how does that make sense?
Because it's the way. Because basically, what they would do when they
They're
said
not-
then we would be really.
No,
They're not
no,
stationary.
closer to
no,
Earth.
but
Stationary.
because-
they are moving
because
with
because
the orbit.
the
So you
speed.
wouldn't see them move.
So how there's two
Because
different.
if you're
faster
moving
than
with
them.
the satellites,
These
with
two,
the
honestly.
Earth atmosphere,
Everything trying to talk.
everything's moving at the exact same
No,
time.
no, so
not.
basically, so there's two different types of satellites.
Yeah.
You've got geostationary, and I've forgotten the other name of
One's
it.
big, one's small.
But the geostationary, when it goes into space, they set it so it goes at the exact same speed and pace of the Earth's rotation.
Yeah.
So then once it's in that rotation, they will turn off the engines and it will basically just rotate with the Earth.
Yeah.
It'll stay in that.
So that should stay.
Yeah,
but
it does.
But what they do with the other ones, which I said I can't remember the name of, they set them to a certain speed that is faster than the Earth, so they go around faster. So hence when you've got GPS satellites, they will go faster because they update more often.
So like
How
the
can they go
ISS,
faster?
the ISS needs to go faster to maintain its orbit because if it slows down to the Earth's rotation, it's too heavy and gravity will start to pull it back down to Earth. So it needs to go faster to maintain its orbit
But how do you go faster? Then
by
what's pulling
using
you round?
engines.
No, so what they do, so it's still within the gravitational pull of the Earth. Hence why the Moon stays where it is.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
moon is mild.
So the moon's
Because,
not
because
you
the
jumping
Moon
down
is
fruits.
still the Moon is influenced by the Earth's gravity. Hence why it doesn't just fuck off into space.
Technically, everything is
So-
influence.
And when we're influenced by the sun, sorry, not we, the Earth is influenced by the sun's gravity. Hence why we don't just piss off into space. So that's basically what it is. We're in I can't remember the name of it, but we're in a certain orbit with the sun. Hence why we go around every 365 days a year.
But there are also some
Yeah.
times where we're a bit closer.
Unless
sometimes
it's
we're a bit
Olympian
further.
Fruits.
So this year, 3.
Anyway, that goes back to the question of
But-
you're not going to be able to see the Earth move from space. Like,
But going back to
Rotate.
George's original thing, so if he was like the moon, he jumped and froze like the moon.
but the
He would, the world would move around him.
no.
So I'm right.
No.
Conclusion, yes.
No, but
Answered.
The moon doesn't freeze in space. It's
The moon is
orbiting
moving
us.
as well.
So this is the Earth. This is the sun. This is the sun. This is the Earth.
scared
The moon
of
is
these
still
questions.
orbiting around as the Earth is moving around. Though.
Have
The
you,
next one you can't really
Hang on.
argue about.
Good.
let me see if I'll get a.
Actually, no. Come on.
That's
nah.
too boring.
So we've got to the question of
You can show me after.
Okay, so
you would
you answer this. If I could hover, would the Earth move around me?
no.
Cool. Answered.
Cool.
Done.
No,
I
you
agree.
wouldn't.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you're outvoted 2-1.
That's fine. I don't mind.
I'll say yeah.
Because it's answering a
I'll
question.
say the
It's
world
not,
will
it's not a vote.
If
I'll
the
say
world,
it'll
if
move
the
around
world
him,
moves
so it's
around
2-2.
you, you'd crash into a house or a building and die.
Good. Right. Second one. Cal loves this one. Why did NASA stop exploring the sea?
Oh, I love this.
Oh, I love this
I do
question.
love this. They say, what is it, 5% of the ocean?
You know what? We haven't heard from Cal yet. I want to hear.
Actually, I
want to hear Cal's
Go on, Cal. Give us your-
input here because I feel we haven't heard much from him.
So,
No.
Cal, why did NASA stop exploring the ocean?
Well, as far as I know, it was because it was easier for him to go to the moon than it was to keep exploring the ocean.
Propaganda.
Is it though?
So
It is.
It is.
Or
because-
is it? I don't know.
It's-
Is it something they
it's-
found that they don't want everyone to know about?
Oh.
Yeah, but then that's,
So they've gone to the moon.
but then that's a massive government conspiracy where thousands of people are going to have to keep shut. I don't see that ever happening.
No, you see, I do.
Really?
I agree. I think there's something in the sea that is too.
So the Mariana Trench, what the deepest part they've ever gone to?
Oh, this is also
Not to be confused with the
a little bit
Marinara
off.
Trench.
A little bit off.
Yeah, that was the meatball thing that he had from somewhere.
A little bit on topic, off topic. You know obviously the Mariana Trench,
Yeah.
11 kilometers deep.
Yeah.
That's
Everest is what I think is 8,000 meters, isn't
Something
it?
like that, yeah.
So 8 kilometers high. The distance between the deepest point on Earth and the highest point on Earth is what, 25 kilometers, which is the distance from here to Herne Bay. Think about that on a scale. That's why they say the Earth is smoother than a cue ball. It's smoother than this.
If you can make it that size.
If you shrunk the
Obviously.
Earth down to this size, it's
Don't get back
smoother.
onto this again.
It's smoother. Now I was saying a bit on topic, off topic. 'cause
But yeah,
it's
so-
talking
No,
about the ocean.
it does scare me.
Slightly
You
off
think-
topic as well, though. Did you know Everest is always growing every year?
And did you know it's not the tallest mountain technically?
Yes, there's one underwater one.
Technically, it's Hawaii.
Yeah.
If you're talking about mountain, Hawaii is the tip of a
I've
mountain.
always wanted to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, it's the tip of the mountain. So if you include all of it, it's like 12,000 meters tall. Something
Yeah.
stupid like that. It's
But like
massive.
if you go to the top of Everest one day, by the time you're off, then you haven't been to the world's highest point anymore.
Wow.
That is peak.
Anyway, that's right.
Anyway, sorry. Back to the.
I don't think they found something. I just think it's harder to explore high pressure than low pressure, if that makes sense. You go down underwater, it's high, but we don't have the materials to
Oh, yeah.
sustain.
All you have to do is
but
look
I
at that
think-
Titan sub like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it fucking imploded.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also I listened to a podcast about the guy that built that.
Oh,
He cut so many corners
Oh, yeah.
that so many people told him do not do this because it like there was a scientist from like Harvard was like it will implode.
it will implode.
And he was like, nah, I'm alright.
And he went down with him
His
himself.
son,
Him and himself.
his two billionaires.
Yeah.
There's a billionaire
And
His
his
son, and then him, and
Yeah.
someone else.
And it's really sad as well because it was supposed to be a billionaire and his wife.
The son didn't
The
want to go
wife
down, did
dropped
he?
out and the son replaced.
The son
because
didn't
he
want to do
felt-
it apparently.
Yeah, apparently he felt bad because it was like Father's Day thing
Yeah.
and he died.
But also, it's just a silly thing anyway to go down in a little.
Well, apparently
Yeah.
you're supposed to do like these crazy tests when you get a sub, and you're supposed to do like test it under certain pressures 6 times the amount it should be under to see if you can
Oh, it's fail
withstand
testing.
it.
But at the
yeah.
same time, how do you know what that's going to be if no one's been down there?
No, that's,
That was only to weather
no,
Titanic.
you see,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
so they have been down to the
Not
bottom of that
manned
part of the
by,
ocean.
so,
Yeah.
James Cameron done it when he was
Yeah.
researching for
He went
Titanic.
So
down-
they'll
he went
know
down
the
to-
pressure.
He went down to the Mariana
But then,
Trench, didn't he?
as I said,
The whole
you
thing.
do
He apparently knew as well. He said when he heard about it in the news, he was like, "They've definitely imploded."
Yeah.
I was like,
Well,
"That's
it's
mental." Like
It's obvious they'd imploded because there's no
They
way.
tried covering it up for days, didn't they?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think NASA.
But why could they not just study the
Right, can-
fish that are down
can I-
there
can I
and
just
figure
say
out
that,
how
like-
they put up with the pressure?
NASA wouldn't.
Because they're not actually got like, it's like an organism rather than like.
But
No, there is fish.
can
down
I
there.
just
Yeah,
say,
but
NASA wouldn't actually
It's like
explore the
evolution.
ocean because it's national space.
No, but they started.
No,
It started.
no.
But-
I think it was to do with propaganda as well, because they were in this propaganda race with the Soviet
Russia,
Union, who were starting to do this space stuff. They then diverted all of their
Yeah, I can
resources
agree with
and
that.
time and all that stuff. Like,
Is
you
it-
just
have
make
separate people.
obviously.
Yeah, but all
they
them-
didn't have
all the
fund-
money-
They didn't have the funding for that.
All the
No
money
matter how
went
much
straight
money-
to look. They were like, yeah, we got it's a big fucking dick swinging contest. Who
Yeah.
can get to space
But
first?
once it was over, why didn't they go back?
This is what I was just about to
Why
say.
everyone's
It
saying
does
it's fake.
really confuse me. Why have we not been back since?
There is plans.
Oh, I
next
meant,
year.
then revert back and then start exploring the ocean.
Yeah.
But true.
Maybe-
I think we
maybe
have
it's
been
just-
back, but
maybe-
we've done nothing.
They've never had been a
Also,
manned
I heard
space
something.
mission since.
I heard something that it's as a propaganda thing. It's more interesting to look out into the open universe than it is to.
I'd
But you
rather
need
know
to
what's down there.
understand yourself first before you
True.
can reach out.
You never know. There might be like materials down there.
Well,
which
yeah.
we've never met. We've
Well,
never
think
found
about
before.
how many asteroids hit the Earth through the billions of years, right? There would be something down
But-
there. There's probably a fucking whole gold asteroid down there.
Not even that. Like they do
Something
just be unfound. What is it? What's the word?
Treasure.
No.
Arr.
Like minerals and everything down
Yeah.
there, which we've never seen before,
Which
never
can
used,
withstand
which could
high
have
pressure,
so
yeah.
much
Yeah.
like
Value
value
to us.
and just what we could do with it. Like imagine how far we could explore space if we went to the
Yeah.
ocean,
Or-
found minerals we didn't know we had.
Or
Exactly.
they could be time portable wormhole to another dimension.
Or there could be fuck all.
Or there could be a megalodon.
Well, they could be.
I think there is.
Yeah.
You know what? Have you seen the Meg?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they
It's
go
It
like-
like,
makes sense though.
It's
doesn't
like the
it?
thermal barrier.
yeah, they go through
That's
that thermal
like-
barrier,
there'll
and
be
they break
something
the
like that.
thermal barrier, and then it's like,
The
oh,
thing-
Meg
but
comes out.
how
That
big
Meg-
it is, there will be something down there that's like
There's gotta be.
astronomically
all you
big.
need to do, look at the blue whale. That's fucking massive.
I just don't believe that, like, look at mammals and reptiles and everything from millions of years ago. They're fucking huge.
But that's
How is
oxygen.
everything
That's oxygen level.
True,
The more
true.
oxygen there is, things grow bigger.
true?
So,
true.
but
What's about the difference between me and you?
you
You haven't had more oxygen
Yeah.
in your life.
Exactly.
Maybe if
so
he
why am I
got
bigger than you?
taller, he's getting more oxygen.
No,
I think-
less because
I don't
air
know.
pressures.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think
I
it was
took it all
something to
from my
do
brain.
with that
Yeah.
the asteroid that hit Earth. It like messed up all of the levels with like nitrogen and stuff
Yeah.
and lowered it because of the cloud that went over the Earth. So then it's a lower oxygen, hence why there was people that were a lot taller as well when they started to grow and stuff like that. But that's I think
Why
that's
are people
an
getting
oxygen
taller
thing.
now then?
Probably because we're freaks. I genuinely
Like, if
think
you look like back in the
people-
day-
So I think we're de-evolving as people.
But the tallest people to exist were all in the I think it was like 20s, 30s. He was like 8'5", wasn't he?
Yeah,
They were
but think
taller
about now.
then.
Think about what there is now. There's more processed food now. There's more stuff that harms your health now than
All
there
the
was back then.
Air pollution and all that
Yeah,
crap.
there's more technology now.
So we're regressing.
I
as
think
a-
we're
as a,
regressing and
species.
de-evolving. Yeah, and then you get the odd gene pool of people
Well, you
that's
think,
crazy tall.
And though, he's dumb.
TikTok brain.
Yeah, brain rot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure, whatever.
yeah.
Point.
Me, smart.
Me smart.
George.
See, regressing.
Can we-
Back to
can
caveman.
we
Me
cut back
smart.
to-
Yeah.
Right, so to answer the original question, why do you think they swapped? Fuck knows.
So what would you say?
I think they swapped because they found something they didn't like,
I think they swapped because
and they didn't want to explain.
space is more profitable
I think space is more accessible.
and accessible.
I think it's harder
Yes, and no,
because
it's
there's pressure out in
mathematics.
space.
No, but it's mathematics.
Apparently,
It's
there's a theory that
physics.
space is water as well.
Well, I think I have to double check this, but apparently they found water on Mars the other day.
Yeah, I saw that.
They found
I saw that.
there's traces of water
Yeah, so there's something like that. Yeah.
below the surface.
Well, they
which
say the
looks
way
weird.
that like things are carved
I think
looks
it's
like
because
rivers.
I think it's because our Goldilocks zone is slowly moving away from us as the sun's getting bigger anyway. So then Mars will become in the Goldilocks zone.
Yeah, the sun would have been smaller at one point, and that could have been a habitable planet.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point where it's big enough that we became one, and eventually.
It's all so weird, isn't
No,
it?
the sun's always been a star.
What's the next one?
The sun's always been a star.
Yeah, it's
it
always
grows,
expanding.
it grows.
Yeah.
What
But
did
it
you
would never. It would never have been like.
It's a nuclear fission, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's nuclear fusion and fission.
Yeah, I done that stuff on modern Minecraft.
Yeah.
Anyway, what? So
What did you think it was?
Yeah, what was your point? What,
what
what
was
was your
your-
answer?
No one asked you.
Thanks, guys. No, thanks, Cal.
Yeah.
Fuck you too. I think partly what Ando said, it was to, at the time, potentially push towards let's just see if we can, we're American and we want to be the best at everything, so let's go to space. But I think at the same time, there's something there that they're like, let's leave that.
Yeah.
And then maybe if we come back to it, sure. But then, I don't know, you could go to a big rabbit hole about it, but like, why, if there is something there, has nothing been shown, no one else found. There's independent people that go to the sea all the time and go
I was
deep.
gonna say-
So
One
Maybe
thing
not that
was
deep though.
recently, the last 15 to 20 years, I think it was, a Guadalupe Bay that's in New Zealand, I believe it is. Sharks are naturally getting bigger and reproducing them. They're coming there in more numbers, and they're trying to like track them and see where they go. But then they all tend to do like the same sort of loop, and it's weird how they all do it. But they're progressively
Well, they
getting
get
bigger.
all-inclusive photos.
Shark.
Well,
You go to the beach, they're there in
there's a line.
But they're trying to scientifically prove and see why and how it's all
Yeah,
happening.
there's a what do we call it? There's a invisible ecological line that goes actually around Bali and up towards the Philippines where it's called like the I forgot what it's called, but basically it's where the like nature and the environment and stuff completely changes from Asia, which is like rhinos, monkeys, and all that stuff, to Oceania, which is lizards and spiders and all that stuff. And literally the fish don't cross it. Everything like that is so weird.
Do you reckon it's like
It's
magnet?
something to
It
do
could
with.
be
I think it is something to do with.
or like the plates, like the tectonic plates. It could be like that
Yeah.
little. It's
Maybe
so weird, they
it
don't
just
cross over.
maybe
Birds don't
right
cross
at the
over.
bottom it's so deep that there's just this like fat crack that
It
like
just
sucks things in, but obviously like goes in and disperses in other places,
Or it is
and they just know don't go near it.
Yeah,
You know,
like literally.
Nemo never knew that when he was with the turtles. He went out. Oh no, it was Merlin, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
But yeah, literally, like that could literally be a thing where it's like something underneath it, and they just have like a knowing that they don't want to go across it.
So I think the answer to that thing is we actually have no idea.
And
we're just
I don't
asking-
think-
I think it's because Americans are big-headed.
Yes.
I think we'll go with that.
That's
In
why
fact, we
it's
love the
unanswered.
American audience.
That's why it's unanswered.
It is unanswered.
Yeah.
It
But we
is.
tried to answer.
That's why it's unanswered.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever will in our lifetimes be answered.
I think it
I
will
think
be.
it would
It
because
will be.
we're always just doing.
Humans as a species
billionaire-
are just like
some-
so over.
Yeah,
like,
some
top of
billionaire will
things.
go and do something. And
It'd be Elon Musk.
Yeah.
He'd be like, right, let's drain the sea.
Yeah.
Right.
Right,
go on.
next one. Talking about water, if the ice caps are melting, why
Oh,
isn't the
not
sea
It
rising?
is.
It is
It's
right.
not.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
There is-
Venice is sinking.
Think of Ice Age.
Okay. there is proof through.
Where's the
photos-
fucking screw with the nut?
There's proof through photos of certain points at sea level, whether it's coastal places or certain things from around the world that have the exact same sea level, whether it's 100 years ago or now.
It's like the theory of the ice cubes in water, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's got a point there.
But then they say as well,
It's not theory.
is it the
Fact.
boats?
It's-
Is
yeah,
it the
fact.
amount of boats that we're putting in the ocean
Maybe.
that is actually making the
Or
sea
the
levels
amount, or the
rise?
amount of shit that we put in the ocean.
Or that.
See-
What would you call it? Point Nemo, the furthest point from all land, is where they dump space stuff. So they'll do a controlled descent.
Is that where they
into
just
Point
chuck
Nemo
all
and
like it's
it
just
there.
like the floating garbage just in the middle of nowhere?
Oh no! That's
Oh, no,
the
that-
Pacific.
Yeah, that's
It's called
hot. That's
it's called the
disgusting.
Pacific
Pacific
Rim.
Because they're trying to do the clear up of that, and I saw a video of it in it. Like it was on a,
Stupid. Don't do it in the first place.
Yeah.
no, they're
It's not
trying to clear it
source.
up for people that are doing it, but it's like it was on a David Attenborough thing, I think, and they're trying to clear it up. And when you watch it, it's actually disgusting. You got like animals that are all like tied up in it.
I get what you mean. The sea levels are rising though, but I think it's a multitude of all of them things coming together.
But I also think that, as you said, like the ice cube theory.
Fact.
Fact, it is.
Fact, sorry.
We've done it.
Yeah, because Ralph was arguing
Oh
with you.
mate, it's so annoying. I was
Yeah,
like,
so-
don't get me some ice and water.
But yeah, but like you put that in the city, then also you imagine a glacier or an iceberg or something in the sea, and it melts. That's not going to make a difference. It's the stuff that's on land.
It's-
So like
yeah, it's
Antarctica
not far.
has land. It's not just a massive floating glacier. It is.
But the
it's
thing
continent.
that like obviously scientists say it's the icebergs that are melting from global warming.
Well, the
that's
icebergs,
causing
the
it.
icebergs are coming off of the
Yeah.
ice caps, which then becomes an iceberg. The icebergs don't just form; they're broken parts of ice caps.
Yeah.
And
But then that's water
Glaciers,
that's already
yeah.
there
But the only
because of ice ages.
Yeah, but because it was attached to land, it wasn't affecting it. But now it's become an iceberg. It's not only adding its lot, but also the stuff that's above the sea, the stuff that we see of an iceberg. Obviously, it's massive underneath. When that melts, that adds to
But
it.
then how do you explain the photos? There's photos from 100 years ago
Maybe it's
where the
just
coastal
different
line's just not
places.
changed.
Might just be different.
There's like markers as well, and that has never changed.
Might just be different places.
These are photos from around the world.
Yeah, but
If I find these photos, I'll put them in. But there's like the same points. There's like the same points where there was like markings from like 1800s.
What, like, you know when
And the
you know when you're in a house.
Yeah,
the
like,
little
yeah.
white
Oh,
ones.
And there's literally, it's the sea levels at high tides are the exact same, not changed.
But they didn't say it's going to happen in the next 5 years. It's over hundreds of years still.
Yeah, but they're saying that they're rising now by X amount.
Yeah, but they'd be rising by like maybe a millimetre a year.
But that would be shown on markings.
Yeah, but it's only recently it started getting worse because global warming has only really started happening in the last like 100 years.
Yeah, so that's 100 millimeters. It's quite a lot.
It is.
So it would be noticeable.
I don't know, mate. You've stumped me.
I
I think it's
The-
how
the-
I word the question.
I think the sea levels, they definitely are rising.
But I don't think it's to do
But
with the
I don't
ice
think
or
it's
anything
all
like
to
that.
do with
It's
how they make it
what's
out
going
in
in
the
ocean.
It's going to
Yeah.
be.
I think it's fucking boats.
I mean, the size
Cruise
of the boat.
ships.
I mean, look at what was it? I Climbed
Cargo
the Seas or
boats.
whatever it fucking
Yeah.
called, that new Royal Caribbean one. It's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Every aeroplane that's ever crashed in the ocean.
Yeah. Anything.
Anything.
Anything and everything.
But
Weird
also-
one, I probably might sound really stupid.
Probably.
Population of like whales and fish in the sea, does that not
I
make
think
it?
it's decreased, doesn't it?
But I know what you mean
I know what
because,
you mean.
but it
If you
should
pick
be
up- if you
because
get
you're
a
going
blue-
from a sperm.
Yeah, but you go from
To
like
a-
something small and hit a blue whale
Yeah.
that goes from like tiny to
There's not a
like
lot of
80
blue
foot.
But then does it
Yeah,
not
but-
depend
but then
on
you
the
could-
life cycle?
Yeah,
but
so
then
if one
you could
dies
say-
and one's
yeah.
born.
But then you could also say
It's almost like replacement thing.
it absorbs water to grow, so therefore the dispersion between the water of it's absorbed and the water of it's taken up is probably even.
I don't know, that was
Yeah.
weird for
No,
that
no,
check
do
on
you know what I
didn't
mean?
know,
No, it's
yeah.
not a bad idea.
Like you when you grow with we're 80% water.
Maybe the reason it's not rising is because we're going back to what we were talking about before. There's a big fucking
Hole
hole
sucking
sucking the water
Yeah.
down
But then where's it
Where's it
going?
going?
into the
into the mantle.
yeah, exactly.
Because everything
And then
that's
that's
what
what
we're
causes
saying. Someone asked a question. It was like, is the Earth getting heavier with all the buildings that we're building? It's not, because all of the materials
It's
for
from
the
the
building
Earth,
is
yeah.
from the Earth. Nothing that we have
Could
added.
get heavier through population.
True.
though.
Yeah, nothing. If anything, we've made it lighter because we put resources into space. Shut up, Siri.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so look, all these buildings and everything, everyone thinks, oh, it's putting effect on it. No, we've just taken it from the Earth
Yeah,
anyway.
it's different if we're getting stuff from outer space, bringing it home, and then building with that. Because then, yes, we are adding
Well,
mass.
adding weight, yeah.
But if
Yes.
Taking it out the
if we're
ground
taking it
and
out the
doing
ground and we're just doing something else with it, it's not adding anything
The
else.
only way that would be added is through human population because obviously we're at the.
Which is actually
Yeah.
going down now, isn't it?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
population of the Earth is
but then, as
reducing.
I've just said, how do you grow with food, water, all that stuff? So all the stuff that you absorb and consume.
Yeah, but the weight of bread compared to a seed or yeast or whatever is very different.
Yeah, but then where does it get that weight from? Water, soil,
Yeah,
all that
it gets
stuff.
it from all
It's
the nutrients that's around.
replenishing.
Yeah.
Like we're made up of
So-
matter, which is brought up of
And matter
water,
can never
air.
be destroyed.
Exactly,
Yeah.
matter can never be created.
So
or
there is
destroyed.
a perfect amount
It's
forever.
never changing. It's never changing. You,
But it's just
I will
redis-
find a way to ruin it.
So it's,
It
it's
would-
redistributed into something else.
Yeah.
It will change its form rather than be actually changing into anything else.
Which is also weird, which is definitely another rabbit hole for another day, but the fact that matter can never be destroyed or created. How the fuck does that make sense?
how did it come?
Well, yeah, how did it become if it can't be
And
created?
energy.
I don't like that because you can go on to
Dark
like
matter,
ages.
that's
I hate
another
how we
thing.
just can't-
Dark
Dark
matter.
matter is mental. I remember
Yeah.
studying that in school. Fucking hell, it's crazy.
And even we don't really know what it is.
Well, to answer your question,
We don't
the
have an
levels
answer.
Are they rising? They're not rising. We don't know.
I think it's how you word the question could potentially change the answer.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was a good one. I like that one.
I'm just gonna throw like a. We've been too serious, so we're gonna go like unserious and then go back, right?
I like the next one.
So I was thinking, yeah, we'll go back to it. So
Just be curious. No, it's fine.
How long we go for
this? 34.
damn. Why was the male G spot in the bum? Why did it evolve that way?
I suppose it's the only entrance.
But why? Because men and women are to evolve to
Maybe our
Reproduce.
ancestors loved it.
No, because it's the only entrance, isn't it? So as a male, obviously we've got like the scrotum and shit.
nostrils, mouth, ears.
Yeah, but like
That's
that.
useful.
But no, because if you think about it, the female G-spot is in the same sort of area.
It's the same area, but it's just different.
Different anatomy.
Yeah,
hard to find.
you get there different.
But then
Have you found it?
No, it's not.
we're like
That's for another day.
I'm still
for
searching.
reproduction, right?
Yeah.
So then why is the G-spot not developed or evolved in the male's like tip of their penis? You know?
Very sensitive.
But as in like
Yeah, but
nothing for a male for reproducing has to go up their bum. So why is it in there? Because we've evolved to basically forget about how we imagine things now. We're just born to then reproduce. That's all we're there for.
Is it something that's like, as an embryo, obviously we all start as the same thing,
yeah.
and then obviously we then get our
Yeah.
genetics.
Maybe the
and
G-spot
develop all that
formed.
bum.
But maybe the G-spot formed at the same time. All G-spots are formed at the same time.
Mm.
And then as we become men, it's sort of like, obviously women are open. We've got penises.
Yeah.
Women are open.
No,
That
it's-
is a statement.
We're a plus
But
and
it's
they're a
like,
negative.
but it's like the G-spot is therefore being pushed back
What do you
because of
call
our organs.
It
So it's
takes-
been pushed back into the arse.
It takes, what do we call it?
Rather
But you
than-
grow from the bum.
Doesn't it
You go
take-
bum hole
yeah.
first, don't you? And go
Do
round
you?
the bum.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Everyone's born an
It's
arse.
from where you
Like,
I didn't know
you
that.
grow. You don't just develop this weird bum hole and then you just grow around it. But apparently you grow from the anus
Yeah,
and
it's
then
symmetrical.
kind of start growing from there.
Really?
I never knew that.
I didn't know that.
You would think that you'd start from your belly button.
Well, yeah, that's what I would have said. Because
I thought you'd just go from your brain. You would develop like a brain, and then the brain would then develop like you know how like you see people like get stripped back.
Yeah.
You would like brain, nerves, muscle, bone. You know.
Blood cells, all that.
Yeah.
All that crap. What do you call it?
Something
They
crap
say
needed.
it's going to take 2 months to determine a gender. 3 months, yeah. So everyone's technically born. Everyone is born
18
female.
years.
Everyone's born with XX
24.
chromosomes. Everyone's born with XX chromosomes, so it takes 2 months, or 3 months to develop the XY. Whereas then you change to a boy, so therefore maybe it's
different
formed
path in life.
already. As you said, you formed from the arse up. So for a girl, that
we're all the
stays
same.
there. Yeah, we're all.
No, you are like because then
We are all related as well.
the DNA like
Yeah, I hate that. I've always.
yeah you're just having sex with like your own
Your
family.
700.
Because people always go like, oh my god, like 17 generations ago, I was actually related to the Queen. Well, obviously, you're probably related at some point to someone, so of course that makes sense. So that one, evolution. Are we
Evolution.
saying that?
Evolution.
Yeah. Okay. Now we go back to serious. Well, not serious,
I
but
think one more question. I think that'll do it for this
okay.
episode.
okay. Oh, so I've got.
No,
Right,
go
I'll-
do the one and then do the one that I liked.
Well, I'm gonna name them. We'll pick 2.
Okay.
Okay. So these are the ones I've got left. Do we all see things the same way? Do I see that as blue, the same as you see that as
You
blue?
see, I
Always
hate that
answer.
theory because
No, we don't.
You'll never know.
you never know. You will never know if that blue there is the same blue you're
That's why.
seeing.
That's why
He
different.
could be
that's
see-
why-
he could be seeing my
red,
red.
white and blue.
Because we both know it as blue.
Yeah.
But you see
No,
it as the way I see
Golden,
that.
whatever way around it.
I saw it as golden blue.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
not
same.
getting into
But
that
that's what I mean.
stupid thing.
We do
again.
see things differently. I think it's how your brain takes it.
Yeah.
Very true.
Well, that's that one answered.
Yeah. Okay, so then we can pick here out of why did we create time / calendars / all that sort of thing. How does consciousness work? I know no one's going to be able to answer that, but like, yeah.
That seems like I can't do that.
And how is everything here? Is it literally all coincidence, or is there something else like a god? But if that's the case, then why is there nothing on earth that has that same magical properties as a god?
I like that.
Yeah.
That
So
last
we'll
one.
do the second one and the last one.
Okay.
So the one with can you read them again? So the God one.
And what consciousness?
No, not
Or-
consciousness.
So please
before
don't do
that.
consciousness
One
because
before that.
Why do we create time?
Yeah, that one.
So let's go with
Time's a construct.
yeah. It's a man-made construct.
Man-made
Why?
Did you know though? Apparently, if we just added 1 month,
Oh, everything's perfect.
everything's
isn't
perfect.
It?
Every,
Yeah, 'cause
every,
days.
I saw
everything
this
is
the other
28
day.
days,
We'd have
everything-
13 months in the year.
everything starts on Monday, ends on Sunday, and it is the exact same all year round.
But
no
I feel like
leap year or anything.
that all came around is that the fact that that wasn't done.
Because you get paid for 13 months a year, not 12.
Well,
Well,
that's
for
what I was going to
pay.
talk about that because that pay didn't really come in.
No, yeah, but that's how I saw it. Someone moaning.
Well,
you
there was
get
only
scammed
there was
out of
only
a
meant to be
month's
10.
pay.
There's only meant to be 10, isn't there?
Yeah, and Julius Caesar
Julius
decided to
Caesar
throw
started to
some
and
in.
then,
But I think it's something to do with like
someone in
Augusta
Egypt,
as well. Augustine or something. He did August. That's why Sept
He
is
made
meant
a
to be
good golf
7.
course, didn't he?
That's why September Sept is meant to be 7, October 8,
yeah.
November 9, but obviously they're 9, 10, 11,
When
12.
did Julius Caesar put? July. wasn't
July,
it?
yeah. So June is
Bastards.
6.
There is no reason we genuinely could not just add a 13th month.
There is no reason.
There isn't, but I think
It won't
I think
happen,
it would have something to do with
Unless Elon Musk
seasons and things like. I think it basically it
But then
fits
is it
in.
seasons every?
4 months. No.
No, seasons would
There's
actually-
four- there's
seasons
four
would
seasons,
probably
Cal.
change. The seasons would develop eventually, probably. I don't know.
I don't think the
I mean, it
seasons
doesn't really
would
matter
develop.
for us anyway. It's crap 9
Oh,
You know
months
what?
a year.
It's probably because
Do you
it
know
was
why?
easily divisible. 13
It's
not divisible.
it's because there aren't 24 hours in a day. There's 24 hours,
Yeah.
25
Yeah.
in a day. So that's why every 4 years you add the day to
Yeah.
then
Yeah, but
reset
then
the calendar.
we're the ones that decided to do that.
True. Yeah, but then could you imagine winter being in summer and
But-
summer being in winter and summer?
Well, if you go out to
But
Australia,
we only
then,
know
yeah.
that because we're told that. We're told it snows, it's winter. But if you were bored, like if you took a child and you didn't take him out in the world, right, and you said when it snows,
Poor
it's
child.
summer, and when it's hot, it's winter. That's all they'll ever
Because
know.
we already know because that's what
Yeah.
we've been told, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
that's
I mean, it's the same as if you went down to what's it called? Australia. That's what
Their
it is.
seasons the other way around, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they
So-
still call them winter and summer.
Yeah.
But just
The other way around.
But then, I think it's just stupid why we've just put like this label on everything that's actually just
Yeah,
like.
but then-
I think it's.
But then
really-
you keep going with this theory though and go, well, why the hell did we create money?
why the hell do we create?
Well, back then they
Names.
never used to.
What's
They used
your
to just
name?
trade, didn't they?
What's your name?
Well, yeah.
barter.
Because it'd be
You-
like,
you-
oh,
you trade
need
one
thi-
thing for
you-
this.
You need this done. Okay, well I've got this. Okay, I need this done. Okay,
That's
I'll
how-
do this. You do that.
That's how
Yeah.
society formed.
That's a better way back then.
Society.
Well, the modern day like work and school and stuff has only been around for like 150 years, something like that.
Have you seen that thing where it's like in the last 100 years, like the difference between cars, difference between buildings, and the difference between like a classroom?
Yeah,
It's the exact same.
yeah.
I saw that one.
It's
It was
too
like,
old,
It was
that's why.
It was a really like deep thing.
I
Mine was
watched.
going to be like his, but completely different. I won't say it.
I watched like 4-hour video on how in the I think it was the last like 150 years.
This is why you can never get hold of him if you try to ring him.
Yeah, pretty
He's just
much.
like,
I'm engrossed, and it taught about how the school system and the 9-to-5 system got put in place through mind control. Like it's actually mental. Like it first started.
It was management. It was management theories.
Yeah, and
Because
someone like fucking
it was Henry Ford.
Yeah, Henry Ford was like, I don't want a society of thinkers. I want a society of workers. So they basically use certain things and school constructs to teach you how to have a job instead of teach you how to think independently.
Because it was basically so Henry Ford came up with it because for his factories.
Yeah,
for building
he
cars.
just wanted factory workers.
He wanted workers, and he didn't want them to do like one whole job. So build a whole car from start to finish. He wanted it sectioned.
yeah.
So he sectioned it. So you'll make wheels, you'll make engine, you'll make
Makes
chassis,
sense,
you'll make
though.
the body. To speed up work, and it was a repetitive task, so it was quick, easy work for people to do. And then he created the 9-to-5 work day for
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
so that people would work for that, and they go, right, that's what I'm doing in my 8-hour day. Done.
Which is why they introduced bells into schools, because there was bells in factories to
Yeah,
say this
so
is when you
yeah,
go on break,
times,
this is
yeah.
when you go home. And then someone from saw Henry Ford doing it. They apparently you can bring it back all to one book that was used in Russia like 100 years ago, and they done it for the army. For their army, they would
breaching
teach
the front
them.
line and stuff is like.
What the fuck is he going on? Breaching the front line. Smoke grenade.
People on the front line there used to be like with a horn would be like, okay, you go.
It's a whistle.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. So basically, it's this guy created a book on how he managed to. Mind control is a very weird word to use, but how they basically controlled people on you're going to just be a soldier. That's all I want you to be. So they would keep them isolated from their I think it was as soon as they turned like 16, they isolated from their families, only taught them certain things, and basically how to keep them controlled. And this is how you fight. This is who you fight for.
Like brainwashing, basically.
Basically. And then that was then taken from someone into America. Then Henry Ford had gone in and done that for himself. Someone then done that into the education system and was like, well, why does he have to do that for himself? Let's mass spread this. Done it in the education system. Then someone brought it over to Europe. And then now the entire world is taught the exact same way, that way, and now the entire world has just fucked themselves. Like, we've just done this to ourselves. Which is absolute. And I feel like now, because of the internet and how far it's gone, that it is a good thing to a degree that people have now understanding of this. To kind of have a bit more free thinking, but you've got to kind of, you know, you have 18 years of these things being installed into you. You've got to like then take that back to zero and then learn your own ways again.
Do you think school's good or not bad?
Oh, I think it's awful. I think if you can teach you the basics, maths, English.
Yeah, I think it's needed for a certain thing, but then like towards the end of school, you don't need to be learning all that. They should be teaching you life skills.
But it's subliminal things. It's sit by yourself. Don't speak to people. Only the teacher can speak. You can't speak unless you're told to speak.
Yeah.
You know, it's little things like that.
It's mad.
This is when you go on break. This is when you're allowed to go home. It's like the subliminal things like that what Henry Ford was teaching people to do. So then when they would go to work, they have to turn up at a certain time. They leave at a certain time.
But it's good. It's good for someone that, like a factory worker. He wants that. He wants a car built. He wants them doing that. Them doing that. It works for that. But in a school, does it work? Probably not. No.
Of course it does. You've done exactly what you're told.
Yeah, as in it does it, but I don't think it's good.
No, I don't think it's good. I think it installs in instruct you. You learn to listen to the person above you. That's what you're like subliminally taught. I think.
Yeah. Ando?
Yeah.
You agree with it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Just, I'm just there.
But
Do you think school's good or bad? Good or bad? Yes or no? No.
Good. Same as Jord. Yes, to teach you the basics of living, but also it very nitpicks.
I think I'd probably homeschool my child. I think.
Really?
I think so. But then I think you take away the social aspect.
Yeah.
But it's like little things as well. Like you got taught history in school, but it's biased history. It's history that your country. Yeah. Like if you go to another, God forbid you go to school in North Korea. It's all like.
Well, you go to school in America.
Yeah.
They would only teach you really. Probably I don't know this, but probably about obviously American history.
Yeah.
Which is fine because you're in that country. They're teaching you about the history of that country, but it's not teaching you about the history of the world.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I.
What a great video, by the way.
I don't like
history of the world, I guess.
Yeah.
What a great video.
He was on a really good point there.
Sorry, I've lost it now.
Yeah.
It's gone.
I saw the spark leave his eyes. He had this I felt like there was a moment that he was gonna just spit.
We were sat looking at him, listening, and Ando's like,
I watched a YouTube video before and it was really good.
It was good.
Oh, it's gone. Yeah, I don't care about school really. Be there or not. I think people need to learn, but
I think it's good for like learning and.
I think it's good for respect to a certain extent, and good for teaching you
I think it
boundaries.
needs like moulding in a certain
but
way.
I don't agree with how it is.
But once again, the school system, like you said, is so outdated.
Oh, it's so.
Like you're literally taught to get tests. Why?
Just something on the school thing. Do you think punishments should be brought back to school?
No.
It depends what you class as punishments.
Well, like
physical.
Not.
I think that then.
I think being scared of your teacher should be there.
Yeah, I think back then, like no one cares anymore.
Yeah,
you're never going to change that. Whereas back then, you used to get like a
cane to the back of the wrist.
Yeah, and you never backchat. You were respectful.
But
to
then
your
that
teacher.
leads back to you have to listen to the higher person.
But also,
I think that's parenting. That's not
100%.
Yeah,
that is a child that's not being told no at home. It's not a teacher's problem.
No, 100% not. I just want to see.
I
What
think
you're
school.
Yeah.
I think schools should stick to. I don't think there should be physical punishments at schools. I think there should be.
I feel like
I think there should be more respect in it, but
Yeah.
obviously, how do you get that without?
well, it's the home life.
Yeah,
It
It's
all
better
stems from
parent.
home.
It's just shit parenting.
But you
Yeah.
can't. You
That's what
can't
it is.
We're going down a very.
Yeah,
very,
you
very
can't
dangerous
do
rabbit
anything
hole
about
here.
it.
Why?
you know.
It's a real rabbit
It's
hole.
a
That's
real
what it
rabbit
is.
hole.
And it's an opinion.
If someone gets annoyed about that point, they're probably a shit parent.
Honestly, you're probably not
If
wrong.
you don't have a respectful child, I think all of us are respectful, right?
Yeah.
Because we were
Yeah.
raised properly,
Yeah.
right?
You know
you,
right from
you
if
were
your
taught
child
respect by your
is,
parents.
yeah, if your child is like a nuisance or is running a riot
Little
or is
fucking
doing
shit.
Like Kieran.
no,
No,
but
he-
yeah,
it's
He
like
has
we all know
respect.
how to, but we know that you know
exactly.
where the line is.
If your child is not doing that, I'm sorry to say,
You're a crap parent.
you've just not been a good parent. You can change.
Yeah.
You can learn to be a good parent. I just think you're not a good parent.
Yeah,
Hot
100%.
take, but
I agree.
unfortunately, it's the same as if you get an animal like a dog and your dog doesn't behave. Is it the dog's fault?
No.
It's
because
the
you
owner's
haven't
fault.
taught it. You know, you need to wait to poo out, or like you need to poo outside. You need to do this. You need to do that.
I do think there are some like dogs though, which are like just genuinely just.
Well,
not
I mean,
like
at the same time, it should be a wild animal.
Yeah.
So there will be
We have
there will,
domesticated them.
of course, we it's not their fault sometimes because they are just wild animals. We're the ones that thought these are quite cool. Let's keep them around.
Yeah,
You know. Apparently, foxes are trying to domesticate
I've
themselves.
seen that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, they're learning off cats and dogs and seeing that they live
There's
a
a
great
lot more,
life.
There's a lot more around, like where we are where I live by the park and that. There's a lot more foxes around the area. And if I come home and it's like dark or whatever now,
Sorry, you go.
go on, say what you can say.
I was just, it's like that one down St Augustine's.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
sits
just
on
sits on the
the thing, and just waits.
You
for
throw your
people.
ball and it will go and play with it.
Yeah.
But no, like I'll pull up my road or whatever, and they'll be sat in. There's like loads of like little ones, and they're all in the just sat in the road. Like I get to it, and you like pull up to it, and it will be sat in front of your car still, and it won't move. And like they just don't. Whereas back then, if you saw a fox, it would like flee or whatever. Whereas
right.
now, like they don't care.
Like pigeons. We domesticated pigeons and then just left them, and now they don't know what they're doing.
I reckon.
Yeah, that's
I
really
reckon
bad.
pigeons
I
are
read,
owned
I
by
read
the
like a whole
government.
thing about that, and it was
It's
horrible
like
to
a
actually
war,
read.
isn't it?
Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
No.
Exactly.
That baffles. Are they like?
No,
They
we'll
come-
leave that.
yeah,
for
leave that for another
future
time.
episode. Conspiracy theories.
Next episode of Life's Most Unanswered
Yeah.
Questions.
I think
I
that's.
think we need
I think
a
that's
part-
time
I
to
think
call
we
it
need
a
a
day.
part
man.
2 of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not finished.
Then
with
this
this.
is going to be like a series because there's so many.
Yeah, I liked it. I think we should definitely do it. We'll do more. If you enjoyed it,
Yeah, see-
then definitely comment any suggestions down below.
Like,
Leave
subscribe,
your life's most unanswered questions,
and we'll try and
and
answer.
we will answer them
To what the best of our
to the
ability.
best to the best of our brilliant minds.
Well, unless,
abilities.
unless it's Nick and he's on a really good point and
And then Anna and
Yeah.
just ruin it.
Yeah. Right, we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. This has been episode 3. This has been Leave It Blank podcast
Leave it
by the
blank.
DNF boys.
So blank.
Yeah.
What did I say? Did I not say?
You did say that. I don't know why you said
Oh, okay.
I
He
said,
made it
let's
seem
leave it
like
blank.
he made it seem like I said it wrong.
No, let's leave it blank.
So,
Yeah. Let's leave it blank.
that. Cool.
leave it blank.
See you
Bye.
later.